An open marriage is a relationship between two people wherein they're married and in a relationship where it's open, and having extra relational affairs with other people outside of the marriage is within the confines of the contract. A lot of people ask me, Ron, you're so adamant about being in an open relationship as opposed to closed relationship. What do you think about marriage, and would you ever be married? So let me answer that in a couple of parts. The first part is that we humans did not evolve to be monogamous creatures. If we were to evolve to pair bond with one person for the rest of our lives, we would never need the word marriage. We would need the creation of the contract of marriage. We would just pair bond with one person for the rest of our lives, and that'll be that. But alas, we're not monogamous creatures, and that's the reason why we have the desires that we do, to have extra relational affairs with other people. So I believe it's a very, very healthy and very good thing to be in a marriage, if a marriage is something that you want, to be open. Let me go over the idea of relationship. Most people imagine that a relationship is just being with one person monogamously. There are many ways to practice relationships, but a relationship, by its very definition, is something that you have with everything around you. My relationship with my cat, if I had one, is that it's not explicitly, my cat understands that I am its master, and I understand, without my communicating it explicitly, that I am its master. My relationship with a colleague of mine or a friend of mine is that they are my friend or they're my colleague. The only important note is that how significant they are to me in terms of how much I work with them and how I communicate with them and what are the arrangements between us. And that's the important bit, arrangements. Every relationship has an arrangement, whether it's explicit arrangement or a non-explicit one. Non-explicit means not needing to be communicated through words. Explicit means communicated through contract or words, or outlined through words, using words. Every relationship, mark my words, stands to become better when arrangements are explicit, when they are worded out, when they are communicated out with words. So both parties understand clearly what is arranged, what is within the arrangement, and what is the boundaries of the arrangement. The next thing I want to talk about are the two well-defined, good definitions of marriage. Malinowski, however you say it, said that a marriage is a contract of the production and maintenance of children. Now that is a very, very much more accurate depiction of a marriage. If you don't remember this, and if you're much, much younger, you may not know this, but it's very recent in our history that we are able to decide whom we become married to. For most of history, marriages were arranged. There were arranged marriages, and you weren't able to choose who you'd marry to. You weren't able to marry someone you loved. For most of history, it's very recent in our history that we're able to choose who we are married to. For most of history, it was more about land and more about wealth, and arranged from a very young age. There's another definition, that's a good one, by Horton and Hunt. And their definition of marriage is the approved social pattern whereby two or more persons establish a family. With that said, how is a marriage helpful? Marriage is helpful for a lot of ways. It's a socially accepted contract of raising a family or being recognized as a family, as a union. If you're in the military, there's lots of benefits to being married and lots of benefits for being married. But other than that, here's my call to action to you. If you are deciding or contemplating whether or not to be married, as if you are a listener or a watcher of my videos and appreciate openness of relationships, remember that everything stands to become better when things are communicated explicitly, when things are clear. In all relationships stand to become better when things are less presumed and more clear and explicitly worded. What do you think? What do you think about marriage? And leave them in the comments below. Like this video, heart this video, click the thumbs up, and leave a comment below. What do you think about marriages and open marriages? Is it something you're into? Is it something you would ever consider? And subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye-bye.